You're someone. The finest weapons and armor. Don't forget to check inside the shop.
Welcome to War Maidens. Now don't let the name worry you. Take a look. Good doing business with you.
Be careful. Take a good look around, I'm sure. You and me. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Do come back.
Hey, watch it!
What do you need, my friend? Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
By Sithis, but you are a persistent one. Haven't I told you enough? By Sithis, but you are a persistent one.
If it's work you
Haven't I
need,
told
take
you
a look.
enough?
Need anything else? Just let me know.
By Sithis, but you are a persistent one. Haven't I told you enough?
Got a lot of steel to shape. Gods be praised.
We are the children's land.
divine smile on you. Take a look. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College. Trouble?
Businesses? Your children? Your very lives?
Isolde, was it?
Let me know if you see anything you like. You look... Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Come back anytime if you need a rem... Pardon me. Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Until next time.
Ah, hello, my Khajiit friend. Take a look. Thank you very much for your...
Hello everyone, welcome back to my stream. Well, we've traded almost enough. We've got a trade with our wife here.
I've seen it. You and I were the
Has
only
the store
people
made
in
any money?
Skyrim. Of course it has. Would you expect any less of me? Here, this is your half, my love.
Let's trade.
Take a look.
Oh, I got some awesome collection. Nice.
Leaving? Take the world by storm.
Well, let's unload now. We've got 2 spell tomes. Yup.
Leaving?
Right, now we're unloaded.
Take the world by storm.
Braith is a big meanie. She keeps...
Well, you can cut Braith if you want. You've got a knife.
Telling Lars and me what to do. I don't want to play with her anymore.
Let's read something. The Exodus. Alright, let's read this. I can't recall if we read that already. Rala was a little girl, beautiful and sweet-natured, beautiful and smart, beautiful and energetic. Everything that her parents had dreamed she would be. As perfect as she was, they could not help but have dreams for her. Her father, a bit of social climber named Monthren, thought she would marry well, perhaps become a princess of the empire. Her mother, an insecure woman named Seneta, thought she would reach greatness on her own as a knight or a sorceress. As much as they wanted the very best for their daughter, they argued about what her fate would be, but both were wrong. Instead of growing up, she grew very ill. The temples told them to give up hope, and the Mages Guild told them that what afflicted Vrala was so rare, so deadly, that there was no cure. She was doomed to die, and soon. The great institutions of the Empire failed them. Monthan and Sineda sought out the witches, the sorcerer hermits, and the other hidden secret powers that lurk in the shadows of civilization. I can think of only one place you can go, said an old herbalist they found in the most remote peaks of the Rothgarian mountains, the Mages Guild at Olenveld. But we have already been to the Mages Guild, protested Monthan. They couldn't help us. Go to Olenveld, the herbalist insisted, and tell no one that you're going there. It was not easy to find Olenveld, as it did not appear on any modern map. In the booksellers in Skyrim, however, they found it in a historic book of cartography from the Second Era. In the yellow pages there was Olenveld, a city on an island in the northern coast, a day's sail in summertime from Winterhold. Bundling their pale daughter against the chill of the ocean wind, the couple set sail, using the old map as their only guide. For nearly 2 days they were at sea, circling the same position, wondering if they were the victim of a cruel trick, and then they saw it. In the midst of crashing waves were twin crumbled statues framing the harbor, long-forgotten gods or heroes. The ships within were half-sunk, rotten shells along the docks. Monthan brought his ship in, and the three walked into the deserted island city. Taverns were with broken windows, a plaza with a dried-up well, shattered palaces and fire-blackened tenements, barren shops and abandoned stables, all desolate and all still, but for the high keening ocean wind and that whistled through the empty places, and gravestones. Every road and alley was lined and crossed again with memorials to the dead. Monthan and Seneta looked at one another. The chill they felt had little to do with the wind. Then they looked at Vrala and continued on to their goal, the Mages Guild of Olenveld. Candlelight glistened through the windows of the great dark building, but it brought them little relief to know that someone was alive in the island of death. They knocked on the door and steeled themselves against whatever horror they might face within. Yo, Specular Command 276. Good to see you around. The door was opened by a rather plump, middle-aged Nord woman with frizzy blonde hair. Standing behind her, a meek-looking bald Nord about her age, a shy teenage Breton couple, still very pimply and awkward, and a very old apple-cheeked Breton man who grinned with delight at the visitors. "Oh my goodness," said the Nord woman, all afluster. "I thought my ears must be fooling me when I heard that door knocking. Come in, it's so cold." The three were ushered in the door, and they were relieved to find that the guild did not look abandoned in the least. It was well swept, well lit, and cheerfully decorated. You're getting pissed? For what? At what? The group fell into introductions. The inhabitants of the guild house in Olenveld were two families, the Nords Hjalmar and Nette, and the Bretons Livel, Rosalind, and Old Winster. They were friendly and accommodating, immediately bringing some mulled wine and bread, while Monthan and Seneta explained to them what they were doing there and what the healers and herbalists had said about Rala. Your bro asked if you could put translate on his PS5, but you don't know how. Well, you might not ask me, I don't know as well. I don't know either. I mean, that's gone. So you see, said Senator cheerfully, we didn't think we'd find the Mages Guild in Olenveld, but now that we have, please, you're our last hope. The 5 strangers also had tears in their eyes. Nettie wept particularly noisily. Oh, you've been through too much, the Nord woman bawled. Of course we'll help. Your little girl will be right as rain. It is fair to tell you, said Hjalmar, more stoically, though he clearly was also touched by the tale. This is a guild house, but we are not mages. We took this building because it was abandoned and it serves our purposes since the Exodus. We are necromancers. Necromancers? Sinetta quivered. How could these nice people be anything so horrible? Yes, dear, Nettie smiled, patting her hand. I know. We have a bad reputation, I'm afraid. Never was very good, and now that well-meaning but foolish Archmagister Hannibal Traven, may the Worm King eat his soul, cried the old man quite suddenly and very viciously. Now, Winster, said the teenage girl Rosalind, blushing and smiling at Sinetta apologetically. I'm sorry about him. He's usually very sweet-natured. Well, of course, he's right. Manimarco will have the last say in the matter. Hjalmar said, but right now, it's all very, well, awkward. When Traven officially banned the art, we had to go into hiding. The only other option was to abandon it altogether, and that's just foolish, though there are many who have done it. Not many people know about Olenveld anymore since Tiber Septim used it as his own personal graveyard, said Livell. Took us a week to find it again, but it's perfect for us. Lots of dead bodies, you know. Livell, Rosalind admonished him, you're going to scare them. Sorry, Livell grinned sheepishly. I don't care what you do here, said Monthan sternly. I just want to know what you can do for my daughter. Well, said Hjalmar with a shrug, I guess we can make it so she doesn't die and is never sick again. Senetta gasped, please, we'll give her everything we have. Nonsense, said Netta, picking up Rala in her big beefy arms. Oh, what a beautiful girl. Would you like to feel better, little sweetheart? Rala nodded wearily. You stay here, Hjalmar said. Rosalind, I'm sure we have something better than bread to offer these nice folks. Netta started to carry Vrala away, but Senetta ran after her. Wait, I'm coming too. Oh, I'm sure you would, but it ruined the spell, dear. Netta said, don't worry about a thing. We've done this dozens of times. Monthan put his arms around his wife and she relented. Rosalind hurried off to the kitchen and brought some roast fowl and more mulled wine for them. They sat in silence and ate. Winster shuddered suddenly. The little girl has died. Oh, Senetta gasped. What in oblivion do you mean? Monthan cried. Winster, was that really necessary? Livell scowled at the old man. Before turning to Monthan and Senetta, she had to die. Necromancy is not about curing a disease, it's about resurrection, total regeneration, transforming the whole body, not just the parts that aren't working. Now, Monthan stood up angrily. If those maniacs killed her, they didn't. Rosalind snapped, but her shy eyes now showed fire. Your daughter was on her last breath when she came in here. Anyone could see that. I know that this is hard, horrible even, but I won't have you call that sweet couple who are only trying to help you maniacs. Senetta burst into tears, but she's going to live now, isn't she? Oh yes, Livell said, smiling broadly. Oh, thank you, Senetta burst into tears. I don't know what we would have done. I know how you feel, said Rosalind, patting Winster's hand fondly. When I thought we were going to lose him, I was willing to do anything, just like you. Senetta smiled. How old is your father? My son, Rosalind corrected her. He's 6. From the other room came the sound of tiny footsteps. Vrala, go give your parents a big hug, said Hjalmar. Monthan and Senetta turned, and the screaming began. Well, necromancers helped, at least.
Honored to see you again, my Thane.
Well, now we need to go to Dawnstar and continue with our secondary quest line for them. Might as well speak to the contact for the Dark Brotherhood. Let's do just that. The road from Windhelm is much more pleasant than through here, but through here is, I don't know, faster, I guess. It's easier to recognize. All those friendly fire, I really like it.
Remind me of my cousin's cat. That too. Do your work. Make a fire. We are routed.
So they decided to retreat. Alright. I'll let them. But should they attack me, I'll spare none. %, baby. What a pitiful death. Damn it, I still went this way. I won't find him. No way. He's only defending his territory. I don't want to fight this fox, I don't know what turned into it. And what's gotten into it. But this guy is altogether aggressive. Alright, the fox retreated. Hopefully.
Skyrim isn't very friendly.
I can't thank you enough for what you did. The East Empire Company is in your debt.
You're here. I was wondering if that black sacrament even worked. I need you to kill a woman, a poor fishwife on the Riften docks. Here's the gold.
If it's a mercenary you're looking for, you found him. There's no stronger sword arm for hire in
Got
all
some fresh
Skyrim.
baked bread and good.
Well, it was easier than I expected. Oh well.
Eat if you're after a bite to eat. Mind you don't get fresh with Susanna. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Enjoy your stay, and don't break nothing.
Don't take this. The working in Wendhelm is great. I get to see Ulfric up close.
May the gods watch over your back. The finest weapons and armor. Whether it's armor you need or a new blade.
Discounted armor.
Got something for just about every... My master... So, you're interested in my potions and ingredients? All right, then.
Right, we've sold everything. We need to enchant this dagger we have. And I did perform some stupid action and don't know which guy to sell it. They all don't have any money now.
Ulfric won't give us a straight answer.
Yeah, you step aside, man. That's for my use.
whatever you've heard, I can take a look.
Good trade. Now let's get out of here. Don't have anything else to sell. And also we were paid in advance.
Strength and steel are well good.
And also our target lives in Riften, which means we'll only need to go there, fulfill our task for the Dark Brotherhood, kill a target, and to be done with it. All in all our roads lead to south. Also may take a boat. This location is unknown, so let's try it. I mean, unknown to us.
Looking to hire a boat? If you're looking for passage,
if you're looking for passage to Solstein, you won't find a finer vessel than the Northern Maiden.
How much it will cost me?
I'll give you a fair price. Not many people headed over there these days. If you ask me, I can't blame them. Things aren't what they used to be out there.
Yo bro, welcome back to my stream. Why sell there at all then?
They still pay me for supplies and passage, and I can always use the coin. Still interested in heading over there?
Let's get over to Solstein.
You've got yourself a ship. We'll cast off immediately.
if you're looking for passage, talk to Captain.
Talk to Captain. Solstein was part of Skyrim until the High King gave it to Morrowind in 4th year 16 to serve as a refuge for the Dunmer after the events for the Red Year. Oh.
Well, here we are. Welcome to Ravenlock. Just be careful here. Things aren't what they used to be.
If they attack me, I'll defend myself and commit war crimes just to defend myself. Ravenlock discovered. What? It's the entire map again? Ooh. Look nice. Looks nice, really nice.
If you've got any gripes, check in at Morvain Manor. Second Councillor Rana will sort you out.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Ravenlock, Outlander. State your intentions.
Just looking for work.
You've picked one of the worst places in Morrowind to do that, but suit yourself.
Morrowind? I mean Morrowind.
Ravenlock is sovereign territory of House Rhetoric. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions?
Lots of them. Why are you so suspicious of visitors?
I have to be. As second councillor, security of Ravenlock is my primary concern.
Has security been an issue?
This isn't exactly the City of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down.
What do your titles mean?
Councillor Morvain is House Rederin's representative on Solstein. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced.
Ravenlock is purely a Dunmer settlement.
Ravenlock started out as an Imperial settlement. The Empire decided to abandon it, just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town a shambles. And when House Rhetoric took over, we turned it around and it became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home.
What is the City of Blacklight?
Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the capital of Morrowind. Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonians. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from there.
The Argonians invaded Morrowind?
Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. Attempted expansion, revenge for the enslavement of their people, or perhaps both. Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmen needlessly lost their lives. Many more were exiled from their homeland. Remember, we're watching you. Hail, Jolland.
Well met, Admiral. Before you even ask, yes, Captain, have the supplies you requested. But
what?
This load cost me double what we'd agreed on. Nothing I can do about it.
Damn it, Jolland, you know we don't have that much time.
Look, the East Empire Company didn't give me a choice. They've raised their prices again. And there's nothing I can do about it.
After all these years, they're gouging us for every last trait we have.
The Northern Maiden is shipshape and ready to go.
See what we can do.
All right, then. Don't worry about rushing. Just pay me when you can. Seeking passage to Windhelm?
How long have you been a sea captain?
I've been sailing the Northern Maiden across the Sea of Ghosts for nearly 20 years now.
They always served as fairman.
Not at all. I used to fish the waters around Solstheim. Made a damn fine living at it, too. But over the years, the ash from Red Mountain poisoned the sea up there, and the fishing became difficult. If it weren't for my supply runs to Raven Rock, I'd have likely sold my ship by now and moved back to Riften. May the wind be at your back, friend.
Ashiam. Yum yum. This is sand. Nice.
Stand aside, Outlander.
Where the hell am I going anyway?
Serve House Rhetoric or serve
Head over to the retching Netch if the ash has your throat parched. You lost?
Anything you can contribute to Raven Rock will be greatly appreciated. And rewarded appropriately, of course. On behalf of House Rhetoric and as Counselor of Raven Rock, I bid you welcome.
Do you rule of Solstheim?
Solstheim is theoretically under my rule. But without revenue from the mine, I lack the resources to actually govern anything but Raven Rock itself. Not that there's much beyond the confines of our town anyway.
Raven Rock, the only settlement on the island?
Well, there's a small enclave of Nords to the north in Skal Village. They pretty much keep to themselves, and we both like it that way. Then there's Tel Mithrin to the east. The Telvanni live out there. Sort of a strange lot. But since we're both from Morrowind, we get along. Other than that, Solstheim is crawling with bandits and reclaims. But that's to be expected living in a frontier like this.
What is House Rhetoric?
You've never heard of House Rhetoric?
In fact, we did.
We're the mightiest of the great houses, and we lead the council, the ruling body of Morrowind.
Council? You mean there's no Jarl?
This isn't Skyrim, Outlander. A group of powerful and influential Dunmer families have been ruling Morrowind for millennia. They embody a council made up of 5 great houses: Telvanni, Dres, Indoril, Sadras, and Rhetoric.
But you said Rhetoric leads the council.
Well, of course. With 4 other houses on the council, someone has to keep the rabble organized. Our house leads the council by virtue of our preeminence in battle, wisdom, and ancestral glory.
Sounds rather complicated.
Yes, I imagine it would to someone not of our people. If you're interested in pursuing the subject, help yourself to any of the historical volumes in my library.
What happened to the mine?
It used to be one of the richest ebony mines in Morrowind, but it dried out years ago. Now, we're barely holding out here. Without the mine, Ravenrock doesn't feel like it can last much longer. My doors are open if you wish to discuss matters involving Ravenrock.
What? It needs to be stolen?
Councillor Morvain is the only reason Ravenrock has survived all these years. You should pay your respects.
Oh, I shall. We'll take those. Adriel survey results. Councillor Morvain. Below are the results of the survey you requested. The bulwark needs extensive repair. Ash is beginning to seep through the cracks inside the barracks and weakening the structure. Repairs to the docks have been completed. We can now accommodate 2 ships at once if need be. We've lost a total of 26 Redern guards in the last 2 years. We've seen 10 replacements in the last 5. There's been no improvement in the condition of the water around the island. While there are fish still present, they are nowhere near enough to sustain us as a fishing town. As you can see, we're in desperate need of relief. Sorry to be the bearer of such bad news, but I'm only doing as you requested. Adriel. House Redern's reply. Councillor Morvain. While I appreciate the urgency of the situation on Solstheim, I'm afraid that I can't approve the request for supplies and funds at this time. This is nothing personal, Lariel. Your island is one of 74 outlying settlements of Morrowind at this time. House Redern must rank these outposts in terms of economic and strategic importance. We have limited coin in our coffers to send to these settlements, so we have to decide which ones take precedence. Unfortunately, Solstheim is very low on the list. I'm doing everything I can for you. All I ask is that you hang on a little longer. Drelis Rorland, Council Member, House Rhetoric. What's in this display case? I'm really that curious. He didn't have any armor. He didn't have a helmet. Wait, there was some literature over there. Poison Song. Book 2. Wait, what? It's empty? No, it's not. Find it. Alright, I think we've got most of the literature he had. We got here potato.
Anything you can contribute to Raven Rock will be greatly appreciated.
Damn it. I haven't got the volume 3.
And rewarded appropriately. Of course.
The red ear. Let's see. Hey, he's got some coin. Right, since
If you're looking for supplies, talk to Feathers. He'll set you up with whatever you need.
Trauma root. Scathcraw. Weakness to shock, fortify, carry weight, damage magic and slow. Ravage health, ravage stamina, ravage magical, lingering damage health. That was painful. To eat that shit. Carrot, not bad. What's that? Nerd spiky grass. I wonder what temperature there is on this place. Earthstone discovered.
That they have forgotten.
Here do we toil, that we might remember. By night we reclaim what by day was stolen. Far from ourselves, he grows ever near to us. Our eyes once were blinded, now through him do we see. Our hands once were idle, now through them does he speak. And when the world shall listen, and when the world shall see, and when the world remembers, that world will cease to be. Here in his shrine, that they have forgotten, here do we toil,
that we might remember.
here you reclaim. Far from ourselves,
He grows ever near to us. Our eyes once were blind.
What the hell is that?
Now through him
Your hands
do we see.
once were idle, and when the world shall listen, and when the world shall see,
Oh, that's the Red Mountain, I guess. Gorgeous sight, by the way. Hey, can we even go there? No, we can't. Damn it. Severin Manor.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
Always nice to speak to someone from the mainland.
Vendel Severin. A pleasure to meet you, Sario.
A pleasure to meet you, Santa Claus.
I think she knows.
She's jealous. Can't say that I blame her.
Have you taken leave of your senses? We could be exposed, ruined. 10 years of planning, all for nothing.
It's your choice, Father. Anytime you want to end it, you just give the word.
Always glad to help, Samuel. What can I do for you? We meet again, Samuel. Speak your mind.
Who the hell are you?
Yes, Sirrah?
The five far stars. The House of Troubles. It's considered stealing, but we need this book, I think. Abandoned building. Hey, can I establish my apartment here? Confessions of a Dunmer Skooma Eater. Right, we'll take this.
The master calls. He draws near.
I am his hands.
The idle
draws
mind
near.
sleeps. The idle mind sleeps.
The idle mind sleeps.
What the hell is wrong with you
Your
people?
visit here will be tolerated as long as you abide by our laws. Otherwise, you'll answer to the Rhetoric guard.
I work for Mogrul. You got a problem, you talk to him. Mogrul doesn't lend coin to outlanders. Look somewhere else.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
You
If
looking for
you're dealing
trouble?
with me, there's
Stay
only
out of
one
my-
thing to remember. Pay your debts, or end up hurt. I might lend coin to people that need it, but I never lend to strangers, so shove off. I don't know you, and the last thing I want is a stranger with his nose in my business. Go away. I can tell you don't like me. Well, guess what? I don't give a damn. What are you looking at? Yeah?
Haven't you got
Yeah.
something better to do?
What are you looking at?
Teldrin Cerro, blade for hire. If you have the coin, I'm at your service.
No, thank you very much.
Welcome to the Rhetoric Corner Club, my lord. If you need anything, Master Geldis will be happy to help you. We have all sorts of authentic dark elf food and drink here. Geldis spares no expense.
What's being built outside of town?
You mean by the Earthstone? There's a shrine there. I don't remember what it's for.
Can you tell me more about this shrine outside of town?
Well, you know, I can't remember. It's important, I think. But it's hard for me to think about. Safe travels. Welcome to the Rhetoric Corner Club, home of the finest Sujammer that will ever grace your lips. Welcome to the Rhetoric Outlander. What can I get you?
So what's the specialty of the house?
The finest Sujammer to cross your lips, friend. My own personal formula that I call Sadri's Sujammer. In fact, I've just added some new ingredients to the mixture that I think makes it taste better than ever. All I need to do is get the word out that it's ready, and they'll flock here for it.
I could spread the word.
I was kind of hoping you'd say that. Here, take these samples of the Sujammer and spread the word. If you get rid of all of them, there's something extra in it for you. If you're looking for a room or perhaps some libations, you've come to the right place.
Why are you building a shrine in your town?
Are we building it? I ought to dream about that.
Your inn has an unusual name.
There's actually a funny story behind the name, friend. A few years ago, I was walking down by the docks, and I noticed a Dunmer staggering along with a bottle of Sujamma in hand. He was one of my patrons and liked to drink heavily, so I wasn't exactly surprised.
Doesn't sound unusual.
Ah, but you see, this particular Dunmer was as naked as the day he was born, and singing badly at the top of his lungs. As I'm watching this spectacle, a netch floats over the bulwark towards him. The man looks straight up at the netch, yells, "Have a drink!" and tosses the bottle. And it never hit the ground.
What did the netch do?
Well, the bottle broke on the netch, and it must have swallowed its contents because it started floating sort of tilted. Finally, it stopped and began to quiver. A few moments later, the foulest liquid to ever assail your nostrils spewed from its maw. I've seen plenty of drunks in me day, and I'll tell you right now, that netch was sick.
No, I get it.
True story, friend. True story.
Any rumors lately?
I heard crazy old Cressius has been sneaking in the Raven Rock mine again. At his age, he's going to get himself killed in there.
Heard any rumors lately?
With the mine shut down, there's no telling how much longer Raven Rock's going to last. Hopefully, Councillor Morvain has a plan.
Heard any rumors lately?
If you've got gold on your hands, you might talk to Rallis of the Colbjorn Barrow. I've heard he wants to excavate the place. Come back any time. My doors are always open.
$72 pieces of gold. That's nice. 6 more.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sujamma that will ever grace your lips.
I can't sell stuff to him. I wonder why.
That world will cease to be. Here in try.
To whom should I distribute the Sujamma?
That they have here do we toil.
That we might remember.
Serve House Rhetoric or serve no one.
The temple seems to be empty. Who was that? The sound was very near. I think it was downstairs. The reclamations. The fall of the tribunal and the rise of the new temple by Thara the Rehab. I need baubles.
Are you here to pray? Or perhaps pay your respects at our ancestral tomb?
What are the ancestral tombs?
They're where we inter our dead. They are sacred places, meant to honor their passing. Sadly, we've been unable to use the ancestral tomb beneath the temple as of late, and have resorted to other locations to scatter the remains.
Why can't you use a tomb?
Those foul vermin, the abominations we call ash spawn, have risen from the ashes of our own ancestors. They are befouling the memories of our forefathers by defiling their remains.
I'll cleanse the tomb for you.
Thank you, Wanderer. That would be most kind. Here, this key should open the door to the tomb.
Why build a shrine outside of town?
I don't know. I feel like I knew something about it, but now I can't remember.
How do the Dunmer bury their dead?
The Dunmer race doesn't bury their dead, or leave them to rot inside a stone sarcophagus. When a Dunmer passes, his body is given to fire, so he might return to the ash from whence he came. The Dunmer don't believe that death is the end. We believe that it's the beginning.
What exactly are the reclamations?
The reclamations are the true tribunal. The Daedra that consecrate the Dunmer people. Azura, Methala, and Boethia. We call them the true tribunal because they have reclaimed their place in our hearts from the false tribunal that came before.
The false tribunal?
Sotha Sil, Amalexia, and Vivek represent what was. Beings who won the Dunmer people's hearts with their actions, but blinded them just the same. They were aberrations, false prophets. They used their status as heroes to shield the true tribunal from our minds. But now that they've been destroyed, the light can finally shine upon the House of Reclamations. Be cautious, friend. The Ash Spawn are soulless beings with no regard for compassion.
Deathbrand. Do we have such a book? Yes, we do.
Excuse me, but the temple is for followers of our faith alone. Outsiders aren't welcome here.
Gilisadri wants you to try his new drink.
Get that vile liquid away from me.
Tell me about the shrine outside of town.
I can't really remember. I think I knew at one time, but now I'm not sure. Non-believers are never welcome here.
Don't care anyways. I'm going inside. I'm going to loot it. Let's suppose that it's something friendly. What the hell? Get back. How much of these guys should I kill? Get back here, bitch. Should they start losing me now? Oh, come on. How many more of them should I kill? They mostly contain resources, which is a bit strange. Will they ever stop respawning? What the hell? They're told that they don't bury their dead, yet here they are, buried. Well, we've completed one quest here.
What are you gawking at, Outlander?
What was that sound? Was it the dragon by any chance? I hope it won't kill any story quest characters. It clearly ignores me. How do I get on the wall? Yeah, kill the guard. They want his loot. Fell down somewhere over there. Daedric Greatsword. Ooh.
I'm still low on match jelly. I might have to wait until next month until I can gather some more.
I don't want you hunting them again. You almost got killed last time.
I'll find a way.
Welcome to Raven Rock, Traveler. Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown foods?
What exactly is ash-grown food?
The Dunmer have been growing food in the ashlands for thousands of years. It was born out of the necessity to survive in the harsh climate of our homeland. And now, with the constant eruptions of the Red Mountain, it's more important than ever.
Is magic involved?
No. Only the Telvanni have the ability to weave living growth from the ash. This simply takes the right ingredients, the right tools, and a lot of patience.
Cedric wants you to try his new drink.
Always a pleasure to taste anything Geldis comes up with. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
How do you feel? I think you might be sick.
Sick? Me? Nonsense. Damn it. She's right.
Looking for any potions? Ingredients? Alchemical supplies?
Cedric wants you to try his new drink.
I should mix some of this into my next potion. Who knows what would happen? Remember, I have plenty of potions and ingredients if you're ever in the market.
In fact, I don't have anything for sale.
If you're looking for any exotic ingredients, just ask. I might have what you need.
You're selling for quite a few exotic ingredients.
Yes, I'm proud to say that I grow or harvest most of it myself. I only wish I had a better source for netch jelly. Those creatures are difficult to track down since it's so dangerous beyond the bulwark.
I could gather some for you.
That would be splendid. I'd be more than happy to give you something for the effort.
What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
Stolen ash yams.
Careful with those netches. They may look tame, but they can seriously hurt you when threatened.
Don't have anything to cure disease. Damn it. In their freaking temple, they don't have anything to drop the effects. This is mine, I guess.
Excuse me, but the temple is for followers of our faith.
Oh, finally, found him.
I am Arthreloth, Elder of the Reclamations and Keeper of this temple.
The temple's tomb has been cleansed.
Spirits be praised. I'm hoping you didn't suffer much at the hands of those foul beings. Please, accept this as a token of my thanks.
2,000 pieces of gold added.
Yazura, Mafala, and Boethia guide.
Good, good.
You can go, please. But I'd say...
What are you doing that for? You lost.
You look able to venture outside of town. Perhaps you could help me recover something precious that was lost.
You mentioned that you lost something.
A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived.
Was it aboard the ship?
Yes, the Strident Squall, or something like that. The damn thing sunk right off the coast of Solstheim. Can you imagine?
I understand.
How do you know?
One of the sailors survived. Poor thing crawled all the way to Raven Rock on his hands and knees. Before he died, he told the Rhetoric guard about the wreck and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers.
If I see, I'll see if I can find a book, the book for you.
Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom. My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to reward you if you find my folio. As the wife to the second counselor of Raven Rock, it would be my pleasure to help you any way that I can.
Who's building the shrine?
I'm not sure. Did we build it? I can't remember.
Well, your husband.
Admiral Arano, second counselor of Raven Rock. How I hate that title. Damn fool's going to get himself killed over it someday.
You worry much on your husband's behalf.
He's in grave danger, and yet he continues to place himself in harm's way. When I fall asleep at night, all I can do is hope he'll still be there when I awaken. This island was never meant for us. There's too much death here.
Perhaps you should return to Morrowind.
I assure you, if I could convince Admiral to do that, I'd be on the next ship back to Blacklight. Unfortunately, Admiral and Councillor Morvain are very close friends, and they will never abandon one another, despite my feelings.
I haven't told him how you feel.
I'm the wife of a second counselor, and certain things are expected of me. The most important thing is that I stand by Admiral no matter how I feel, and I intend to do that until we get off this miserable rock.
Where are you from originally?
Admiral and I lived in Blacklight, the capital city of Morrowind. House Rhetoric has improved Blacklight substantially over the last 1,000 years. Its grandeur rivals that of Mournhold itself. The root spire where the Council of Great Houses meet is something to behold.
Sounds like quite a sight. Sounds like quite a sight.
I haven't seen the city in over 50 years. Even for a Dunmer, that seems like an eternity. Regardless, I hope to return there someday, which doesn't seem likely given my husband's commitment to Councillor Morvain.
Gildas Cedri wants you to try his new drink.
Oh, how kind. Thank Gildas for me, won't you? My husband is second counselor, so I certainly...
Send him my thanks.
If you find my folio.
Your visit here would be tolerated as long as you abide by our laws. Otherwise, you'll answer to the Rhetoric guard.
Tell me about the shrine outside of town.
Yes, I'm not sure what to say. Did we build that? I really don't remember.
Gildas Cedri wants you to try his new drink.
What? Oh, no, thank you. I need to keep my head clear.
What troubles you?
Remember, we're
stores. Jalan can only carry so much on each journey, and I'm afraid we might run out.
I'll speak with Garen and see if we can't increase the crop production this season. Sorry, Sinderi. I fear we'll be feasting on ash yams a bit more often this year. Anything you can contribute to Raven Rock will be greatly appreciated. And rewarded appropriately, of course.
Why is the shrine being built near town?
I think it's important, but I couldn't really say.
Gildas Cedri wants you to try his new drink.
Good old Gildas is always managing to keep our spirits up. And our eyesight hazy. Thank you. My doors are open if you wish to discuss.
Move along, Outlander. Not much contact with others around here. Got the Scarvillers to the north, but the Nords there keep to themselves.
Watch yourself, cat.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
Gildas Cedri wants you to try his new drink.
Take that swill and pour it down a well. Until next time.
Welcome to Raven Rock, traveler. Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown foods?
What do you give me for these?
Just got some of my merchandise off the latest supply ship.
See if anything strikes your fancy. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food.
Always a pleasure to watch when a man like you walks by.
Galisandra wants you to try his new drink.
Well, tell Geldis that Miri says she really appreciates it. Don't stay away for too long.
You haven't seen Cresius Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again.
Well, the fossil were a simple pickaxe.
No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know.
Can you just get the guard to find Cresius?
I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Cresius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble. You tell Cresius he better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
It gets lonely out here, on this one.
Where's the shadow mark? I didn't see it, but my character somehow did. What shadow mark, David?
Find my pickaxe yet? Glover Mallory's the name. If you're looking for a smith, you found one of the best.
It's an ancient Nordic pickaxe.
It's the only tool tough enough to crack Stalrim, is what it is. Not many of those beauties left in the world. Forging them is a lost art. The one Cresius borrowed came from the Skull village up north. I, traded them some goods for it.
How did you end up in Raven Rock?
A fine question, and the one that I hear most often from visitors to our town. I wish I had a more romantic tale to tell, but I was simply seeking my fortune and chose Raven Rock to ply my trade. Besides, knowing how to repair bone mold armor wasn't very useful in Riften.
But who taught you that?
I had a friend over there, a dark elf named Van Rife, a very talented armor smith. Spent a lot of time with the guy swapping smithing techniques. Learned a heck of a lot, including how to repair bone mold. After he moved on to greener pastures, I decided to pack up, move out here, and put those lessons to the test. Been here ever since.
Is Stalrim a type of ore?
Calling Stalrim an ore is like calling my forge a campfire. Some folks say it's enchanted ice, but I think there's more to it than that.
I assume it's rare.
I don't think I've come across more than a chunk or two in my lifetime, and smithing's my trade. If you're looking to learn more, you should head over to the Skull village. Someone there's bound to know more about it than I do.
Can you tell me more about the shrine in your town?
I thought I remembered, but now I'm not so sure. Is it important, or did I imagine that?
I noticed the shadow mark by your door.
Well, it's been a long time since someone from the guilds bothered to make their way out here. So tell me, how's my brother Delvin? Still spending his nights at the Ragged Flagon trying to win Vex's heart?
He's well.
Good to hear. Damn layabout never even bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Can you imagine? Anyway, I suppose you're looking for work. Well, I got bad news. This place is drier than a damn bone.
Nothing at all?
Eager to make some coin, eh? That's the spirit. I'll tell you what. The guild's got a problem out here that I've been trying to deal with for years, but haven't been able to handle.
The Thieves Guild has a problem out here?
Don't look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back. And besides, it's really my problem anyway. I caused it.
What did you do?
A fellow Breton who went by the name Esmond Tyne showed up at my doorstep about a fortnight ago. He noticed the shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us.
He stole something from you, right?
That he did. Right out from under my nose. Can you believe it? It's my own formula for improved bone mold. Took me years to perfect.
Where's Esmond Tyne now?
Well, before he ran off, he was talking some nonsense about trying to fence goods to the Reeklings at Castle Karstag. I told him he was crazy to even think about talking to those vicious little buggers, but he wouldn't listen. I'd bet a fat purse of coin that he's either dead or hiding out up there.
I'll get that formula back for you.
You do that, and I'll make sure you're set up right. You won't be disappointed.
Gildas Sudbury wants you to try his new drink.
Perfect. I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip. You tell Cresius he better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
I work for Mogul. Mogul doesn't lend coin to
My
outlanders.
husband Vendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
But Gildas Sudbury wants you to try his new drink.
Sure, got nothing better to do. May your path be free from danger.
Welcome to Raven Rock, traveler. Could I interest you in any fine ash
Always a
grown
pleasure
fruit?
to watch when a man
Next time you're
walks by.
Want to buy anything? Or just laugh at our misfortune? I'd be on the first ship off this island if I had the coin. What a waste.
Do you sell any special mining gear?
Mining gear? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item.
What's an East Empire pendant?
It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point. A kind of reward for extra effort. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them.
Where can you find them?
They could be anywhere on the island. The mines might be a good place to start. If you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you for them.
Are sales that bad out here?
Bad? What if I told you that you're the first person that's even considered looking at my wares today? I've half a mind to contact my friends at the East Empire Company and see if they need an extra hand in Windhelm.
You have friends at the East Empire Company?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I've corresponded with Vittoria Vici herself more than once. You know, the lady who runs the East Empire Company warehouse in Solitude. The biggest warehouse they have in Skyrim.
Okay.
Ah, you're just like the rest of the folks around here. Mark my words. The East Empire Company will return to Raven Rock. And when they do, I'll be at the top of the list.
Why build a shrine outside of town?
I don't know. Did we build that?
Gildas Sudbury wants you to try his new drink.
Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding. Thanks.
What exactly do you sell here?
The question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here? Because I have pretty much any supplies you might need. If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I haven't.
Where do you get all these items?
Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies, and the rest comes from bartering with the people in town. Oh, Glover Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I can't pass up. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone.
I work for Mogul. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Welcome to the Retching Next Corner Club, my lord. If you need anything, Master Geldis will be happy to help you.
Gildas Sudbury wants you to try his new drink.
Sorry, Geldis won't allow me to drink while I'm working at Venetch. Safe travels.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
Well, instead of doing the Dawnguard quest, we're here in Solstheim.
Your visit here will be tolerated as long as you abide by our laws. Otherwise,
Let's try and hand over these bottles to these guys.
Seeking passage to Windhelm?
If you're looking for passage from northern, talk to Captain John.
Damn it, they don't want to take it.
Keep moving. If you find yourself in the ash wastes, keep your eyes to the ground.
What are you gawking at, Outlander?
They serve the best sujama I've ever tasted over the rich niche. Worth every coin.
Internet crashed and you went to buy a new phone charger. I'm glad you did. And we are here in Solstheim, in Solstheim.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Cretius, last time you explored the mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
And I'm telling you that I'll do whatever it takes to find my great-grandfather's remains. He's down here. I can feel it.
That was almost 2 centuries ago. There may be nothing left to find.
Just let me go, woman.
Cretius, you're an obstinate old fool, and you're going to get yourself killed.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy?
Busy doing what?
Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are.
Perhaps I could help.
Maybe. Been difficult trusting people lately. They think I'm crazy. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map.
What sort of secret would be hidden here?
A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine.
Who was your great-grandfather?
Gratian Kyrelius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel. And he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago.
How did he die?
The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall. But I know better.
What's your proof?
My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things locked in an old chest. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company, and a key.
If he had no wrinkles and better moves, maybe you can make you not be a widow. Gotta do some work on your body, but he changed the look of your face. What did the letter say?
It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else.
The key is to the locked section.
It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance.
Admit this does sound suspicious.
Finally, someone who believes me. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Look, My wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing my story. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for.
So you do need my help.
I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian, and what the East Empire Company's keeping from all of us.
Any idea of where to start?
Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost.
Be right back. Alright. Clover wants his ancient Nordic pickaxe back.
The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skull in the first place.
Let me think about
Good.
this.
Now let me get back to what I was doing.
Why were you arguing with Afia?
She thinks that old age is out of my mind, that I'm seeing things when there's nothing to be seen. I realize she cares about me, but she has to understand that I can't rest until I find out what happened.
Glad to see you back. See if she's right and I don't find anything.
Then I'll settle down peacefully and never set foot in this mine again. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, even before I discovered Gratian's old things. I just hope both of you don't mistake my enthusiasm for insanity.
Are you sure Gratian's death wasn't an accident?
Look, I know I don't have much to go on. I have that unsent letter, and that's really it. But I also have a miner's instinct that's run in my family from before Gratian was even born. I may sound like a crazy old man to you, but I'm telling you, the tunnels here are solid. They would never collapse like that.
Gildan Sadri wants you to try his new drink.
He's begging for patrons again, eh? Well, I suppose I could have just a bit. Be careful down there. Mine can be treacherous.
Why you're leading Cretius on, I'll never understand.
Well, what were you arguing with Cratius about?
That foolish old man thinks he's 30 years younger than he is. He's going to get himself killed traipsing around the mine.
Why is he exploring the mine?
He's convinced himself that there's some sort of conspiracy involving the East Empire Company and the mine's closure. He came across some old letters that belonged to his great-grandfather in our house, and he believes every word written in them.
What did the letter say?
Cretius's great-grandfather worked for the East Empire Company. The letters mention some sort of discovery he was sent to investigate. There's really nothing remarkable in the letters. I don't know what he's so excited about.
Who was Cratius' great-grandfather?
Gratian Corellius. He was an explorer for the East Empire Company. They'd send him all over Tamriel when they had difficulties in a mining operation. Poor man. Can you imagine doing all that dangerous work just to end up dying at your own doorstep?
What happened to him?
It was a horrible accident, and he was killed when one of the tunnels collapsed. They were never even able to go down there and recover the body. The East Empire Company sealed that section off to prevent any more tragedies. Cretius is convinced it's a story cooked up by the company to cover up something else, but I don't know.
You don't agree with Cratius?
My beloved is almost 80 years old, and I think the shock of finding one of his ancestors' things has left his mind a bit confused. I love him dearly, and I support everything he does. But I can't let him chase this silly idea, or he may end up joining Gratian in a rocky grave.
Why is there a shrine being built by the water?
I'm not really sure. I think it's important, but I can't say why.
How did you meet Cratius?
To understand how we met one another, you have to appreciate what he's going through. Cretius is a third-generation miner. All his life, he's lived and breathed nothing else. By the time Cretius came of age, the ebony mine in Raven Rock was shut down. He took that quite hard.
Why didn't he move somewhere else to find work?
Our home has been in his family for over 200 years. Leaving would have been like abandoning precious memories. Instead, he stayed on Solstheim and spent most of his life prospecting for a new ebony source. Sadly, it never surfaced. A decade ago, this drove him into a deep depression. He shut himself inside his home and refused to come out.
This is where you met.
It was. After refusing to allow anyone to bring him food, Councillor Morvain ordered his door to be knocked down before Cretius starved to death. I was a temple priest at the time, and they had me use my healing arts to restore strength to his ailing body. I stayed for a while and cared for him, then I suppose we fell in love.
See ya. Thanks for coming to my stream. You're a priest of the temple?
Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there.
Why?
In all honesty, it came down to a disagreement between what I believe and what Elder Othraloth believes. I'd prefer not to get into the details, but let's just say our opinions about the current status of the tribunal vary widely.
I'm guessing you don't agree with Cretius' story.
Poor Cretius is aging, and I believe it's addled his mind. As the years have passed, it's gotten worse. He's become obsessed with his theories of conspiracy.
And where's his great-grandfather?
I'm sure he's down there somewhere, buried under a mountain of rubble like the East Empire Company claims. My greatest fear is that my stubborn mule of a husband will end up suffering the same fate.
Caldestadri wants you to try his new drink.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Thank you. Be careful out there.
I work for Moat.
Welcome to the Wretching-Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sue Jammer that will ever grace your lips.
Heard any rumors lately? No.
Perfect. All that's left now is to go ahead and wait for the patrons to come in. As promised, here's a little something for yourself.
2,000 pieces of gold. Thank you very much.
Yourself out there. Looks like an ash storm might be brewing.
Citizen.
That looks really menacing. So, I thank you everyone for watching. Hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. But the stream should now be concluded. I wish you a good night, sweet dreams, and stay tuned for the next episodes with the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And bye. See you around.